New at 11, a survivor's story. The station fire took her fiance's life, but Gina Russo refused to give up living. Now she's writing about the tragedy that shook the state and her own personal recovery in a new book. Eyewitness News reporter Walt Buteau joins us now with tonight's story, New at 11.
Money from sales of From the Ashes will be donated to help burn victims, and the author of the book knows how important that is as a survivor who almost didn't. They were enjoying the music right in front of the stage when the fire started. Gina Russo and her fiancé, Freddie Chrysostami. They tried to get past a bouncer.
We're telling him there's a fire. We're asking him, please let us out. We're screaming, there's a fire, open the doors. And he just kept telling us, club policy, band only, and we're still screaming. And Freddie just grabbed me and said, we can't stand here and argue with this man. We need to get out of here.
Freddie pushed Gina forward, and that was the last time she saw him alive. Russo writes that the smoke was like black rain, eventually leaving her on the floor of the club, gasping for air and praying.
The last thoughts in my head were of my two children, my two sons, and I just remember thinking, dear God, please let them forgive me for dying in this place and let them have a good life.
Gina was given her last rites on the Sunday after the fire, but with seared lungs and burns over 40% of her body, she stayed alive after 11 weeks in a coma. The book takes you into the events that followed, through the eyes of the survivor. Russo writes that Attorney General Patrick Lynch did not prosecute aggressively enough, that while great white manager Daniel Beakley wrote personal, touching, apologetic letters from the ACI, Michael and Jeff Dedarian sent what seemed like form letters. And she writes that the inspectors who investigators discovered missed code violations in the club, in her opinion, should have been prosecuted.
No one ever took a responsibility for it. The state just said that they could not be held liable for that, and it will never make sense to any fire survivor or victim's family member.
Russo tells us putting her opinions and thoughts on paper was more therapeutic than she could ever imagine, and again, proceeds from sales from the book will be donated to help burn victims. To find out more, log on to our website, and we will link you to that information. Walt Buteau, Eyewitness News.